this tastes delicious, but it does smell like a pickle.
Absolutely.
And that would freak people out.
I love it. It smells like a dirty dive bar. Like, that's
I
exactly
love it.
what I want.
You know what? Okay, so wait, what's up with this? Mocktail Queen and King
Absolutely.
and bisexuals?
The bisexual
oh my
Mocktail
God.
Queen and King of Pittsburgh. You are a spiritual being created from fucking stardust, riding on a giant rock through space. And you think you're not good enough? That's the saddest fucking thing in the entire world. Like, you are special. You are magical.
I did too.
You
like
are
the hair
everything.
standing up on the
You
back
are
of my neck.
absolutely everything. And that power exists for you to tap into if you want it.
Okay, we have this really interesting guest today, Kelly. When I moved back to Pittsburgh, she just was this like magnetic woman, the mocktail meetup girl. She was the mocktail queen of Pittsburgh. I mean, seriously, this bitch is fucking on fire.
You've been talking about this bitch for a while.
I know, and she's not a bitch. She's actually a sweetheart, you know?
No.
I have been talking about this girl for a while, this magical mocktail queen. We have Mocktails or Messy with
Kelly Mizgorski.
and Ryan Frankowski, and welcome to the studio, Katrina, the Mocktail Queen of Pittsburgh.
Also known as the Northeast Ginger, correct?
Yes.
The Northeast Ginger. That's an interesting name, Katrina.
So for people who aren't lucky enough to know who you are
Oh,
yet,
I know.
can you explain
Who
your,
I am.
your message?
What's
yeah.
my spiel?
Yes.
Yeah, super multifaceted. So I'll keep the, Cliff's Notes version for you. I am from the Northeast. I'm from Boston, originally Boston area, I should say. And we've been in Pittsburgh about 2 years. And so Northeast Ginger is my Instagram handle. That is how I brand myself, if you want to call it that. And I don't have a Boston accent, though.
Yeah, that threw me.
I know.
When you said
Everyone
you were
says
from
it.
Boston.
I have this weird, like, Midwestern Southern accent.
Yeah.
You do have a little twang in there.
I think
like
it's me being like,
it.
that's where I belong. Like, my soul is like, we should move.
Right. Would
I
you
don't
do the South?
I would move anywhere. I'd move to
Yeah.
Alaska. Like, I don't
love
care.
that
I'll
about
go
you.
anywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll just, wherever the vibe is.
Right.
vibe.
Yeah. I kind of almost feel like a New York vibe, too.
Ooh, no, I don't like black.
Oh, shit.
I can't wear that much black. And I'm not, like,
Uh-huh.
fashionable. I like to just wear what I want to wear.
I don't know. You've been putting on some Instagram fashionistas moments, like very hot minute, like check girl.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what I just said. You got me
I don't
torn
either.
up. You got me excited because when I first met you, you were a little different looking. Can you explain that
Oh my
journey?
gosh. I was like,
I
where
didn't
are
know
we gonna go with this?
how does a man say that?
Well, thank you for putting it so nicely. I personally would not put it that nicely. I was overweight, 100%. I gained 90 pounds, 90 plus pounds during COVID. Went through a really, really dark time in my life, super, super depressed, really anxious, thought about suicide constantly, trigger warning for anyone listening. Was in a really horrible place personally, even though everything in my life professionally was amazing. And it was just so difficult to deal with, and I didn't know how to cope with it. I had stopped drinking, and I was relying on marijuana to pick up that coping mechanism that I had used drinking for. And
Me
it's,
too.
It's legal in Mass. So
Right. It was
we
legal
broke
in
no
Cali.
laws.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I lived right near a dispensary and was just like, sure, why not? And it just became a crutch. And from that, I developed a binge eating disorder. And yeah, just ate my way through everything that I felt, which was a horrible way to cope with it, and gained 93 pounds.
People don't talk about these things.
No. And I think there's such a stigma too. I am a parent. I have 3 little girls. They're very young. So there's a lot of shame that comes with using marijuana, whether or not it is legal. There is a lot of shame attached to it and feeling like, well, I'm a shitty parent and, I'm a degenerate and all of those things. But then there is also this very clear social movement online and in, the broader scheme of things where everyone's like, no, weed is cool now and weed is fine and we can do that and you can still be a parent.
And it is medicinal for some people that struggle with
Totally.
anxiety. So I could totally respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think now we've kind of blurred the lines a lot where
Yeah.
people people are like, like everybody's suffering from anxiety at some degree or not. And I don't know, like, if we want to lean in on like the marijuana approach or like just maybe more holistic.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now. Like, I'm on this wellness journey. I just spent the past year losing 85 of the pounds.
Congratulations.
So
I mean, you look amazing either way. I just want you to know that I don't recognize you, and you look beautiful.
I don't recognize myself.
Regardless.
And like aesthetically is one thing, but like spiritually, emotionally, physically, like how I feel is just so different. Like a year ago, I could not wear a skirt because my legs would just stick together and it was so uncomfortable, and like, this is TMI, but whatever. I would have like horrible chafing for like weeks at a
I get
time.
that. Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And I felt horrible physically. I couldn't pick my kids up. I couldn't run. I live on a second floor. Couldn't get up the stairs without huffing and puffing. You know, my labs were shit. Like everything, all over the place was just trash.
But through
I
it
can
all,
totally like relate though, because when I got pregnant with my first, I'm 5'4", and I was 205 pounds like at the end of the pregnancy, and it took a lot to lose that baby weight. It doesn't just fall off like people say it does.
I'm like the worst person in the entire world because I get pregnant and at the end of the pregnancy, it just comes off.
You were
like,
one of the people telling me that then, and I was like,
but I know I'm an anomaly.
Yes,
like,
you are.
And I'm not doing something special. It's like, I gained 20 pounds with my first pregnancy, 30 with my second, and 30 with my third.
Yeah,
and
that's like nothing.
2 weeks later, I looked exactly the same as I did before. So everyone kept
Jealous.
telling me, I know, and I'm a really bad person because of it.
I'm so jealous.
I know how lucky I am. But everyone, like my doctor, my friends, like everyone kept saying, oh, but you're a mom. You know, give yourself some grace. You had those kids. And I'm like, they didn't do this to my body. I did this to my body.
Yeah.
And I felt like everyone just normalized it. And not a single person, let me tell you this, not a single person, not a friend, not a family member, not a doctor was like, I'm very concerned about you. And now that I have lost the weight, I get texts regularly.
Now people
are
are
you on
concerned?
Ozempic?
Oh my gosh.
Are you okay? First of all, I'm not on
Yeah.
Ozempic, but thank you for the accusation. I appreciate that. That means I'm skinny. Thank you.
Right.
But like people are, I'm so worried about you. I had an instance where I went to an event and it was so hot. It was History Uncorked at the Heinz History Center. It was so hot in there. And they had this art exhibit where they would take your picture and there was like lights behind you. And so it was just dark in the room, but there was lights everywhere. And I just almost fainted and immediately was like, guys, I got to sit down right now or I'm going to faint. History Center staff was incredible. They got me an EMT. They whisked me away to their offices. I laid down on the couch. Like, it was fabulous. Just turned out I had low blood sugar and, like, just got dizzy.
Yeah.
The next day, my best friend was like, well, I don't know if I want to use the term best friend anymore. We'll say that. She was like,
falling out.
I don't know. We haven't had a falling out, but I do feel like there's some shade there. And I don't have room in my life for toxic relationships, and I doubt she's going to listen to this. But
do
if
you
she
put
is,
her
she
in the
probably
third
feels
row?
the same.
Do you put her in
We've
the
been
third
talking-
row of the?
Yeah, we've been talking.
The
We
caravan.
put these
I don't
people in the
even
third
know.
row now. They're not in the first row anymore. They're like in the third row.
Some people,
Maybe
I don't
we'll
even
talk
know
to
if it's
them.
worth having them in the car anymore.
Well, there you
Right.
go. Sometimes that
But,
happens.
I've
Well,
not openly really said this to her, but it was really fucking rude. The way she was like, well, I just don't know if you're on Ozempic. I'm so worried about you. You're not fucking worried.
No, she's not.
You're not
Also, it's like if
worried.
you told her you're not, or why is she saying that? Oh,
And
Well, is
I've
she
never been
struggling?
in better
She's a hater.
shape as an adult.
yeah.
Is she struggling?
I don't want to put anyone on blast.
Okay. Good
We'll
call.
leave it at that.
We basically you basically answered my question.
I said what I did. I said what I said without saying it.
Yeah. No, and that's a lot.
I think for women too, it's like it's really hard to be in a space where you're committed to wellness, improving your life. You want to do all the right things to getting back to the whole weed discussion to cope with what you're feeling. Because I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of millennials who grew up with parents who didn't talk about feelings. So you end up growing up, becoming this adult. You have no idea how to navigate life. And then you go on to have children, and children cannot regulate their own nervous system until I want to say it's like age 8 or something like that. Don't kill me if that's the wrong age.
Roughly, give or take.
It's something like that. And your job as a parent up until then is to be their co-regulator. You are lending them your nervous system. So if your nervous system is jacked up, guess what? So is theirs.
Yeah.
But we don't have the skills. I know I don't. I know my husband doesn't. So this is all stuff that we're learning on our own. And when you're numbing out with alcohol, numbing out with weed, God forbid you're numbing out with harder stuff, you're not finding those ways holistically to understand what your nervous system is experiencing and then cope with it in a healthy, productive way.
I agree with that completely. Yeah,
and it's like it's such a responsibility because these little people count on you.
And it's so overstimulating for the parents then, and probably for the kids.
Can you say that again?
I don't even remember what I said.
That was amazing.
It's okay. We have it on camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so to rewind a bit.
I know. Sorry, I could talk for the rest of my life.
I love it.
Was alcohol like your vice, and then you kind of turned to like food and marijuana was another vice? Was it a vice or no?
So I don't know. And these are the things that I'm discovering about myself as I'm writing my book.
Ooh, do we have a name for that, or you want to keep it on the wraps?
We do have a name for it, and if anyone steals it, I will come outside your house and
maybe
fucking
don't
kill
say
you.
it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Did you trademark it yet?
No.
Yeah, don't
okay,
say
so
it.
maybe we'll wait.
It's good. It's me. It's very in your face, which is exactly what I am. It's bold. It's cheeky. It's fun. It's a little...
That's what we love about you.
I know. I love that about me, too. So...
I feel like you're Boston in that way.
I think so.
You know what I mean?
And learning that about Pittsburgh is like it's sort of Midwest, but it's not quite Midwest.
Right.
But like Bostonians are like, what the fuck are you looking at? Why are you looking at me? And like Pittsburghers are like, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not well, thank you.
And it's okay to not be well.
Right.
Like we can be unwell.
Right.
And that's okay to talk about it.
I agree. But to answer your question, I don't think it was a vice, but I am learning as I'm going through this book and, you know, recounting my first experience with alcohol or what alcohol was like in my home growing up. I'm starting to learn that like shit was real fucked up, but I didn't think it was.
Right.
Because everyone was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We could totally relate.
And we're like all in the same age range too.
Yeah.
So it's like it was a different era.
Oh, yeah.
Things were very different.
Like I went to Penn State. She went to Slippery Rock. That doesn't mean much to you being like a Northeastern, right? A
That's
New
okay.
Englander.
If I said my college, you'd be like, I don't know what that is.
Right. And they were just party schools. And then living in New York, party LA, party. Boston. Yeah. I mean, I guess any metropolitan city is a big party.
Even, you know, small little country bumpkin towns,
That's
you know, you
true.
just go out to the field and you get drunk.
Yeah, that might
There's nothing to do.
Right, that was my
them
town.
all.
I grew up in a really teeny tiny town north of Boston. Lots of privileged people, lots of parents who weren't really around or paying attention. My parents were completely absentee. And I just had this big old house. And I was like, well, let's have a fucking party.
Were they on vacation?
Those are the houses
so
we were going to.
My mom,
we would have been there.
My mom is a flight attendant.
Oh, is she?
And we are now estranged. We've been no contact for 5 years, which is like the best thing that ever happened to me. And my dad was an alcoholic. So when my parents got divorced, my dad just took off, and we didn't know where he was for like 7 years. And he was out living his hippie dreams in San Francisco.
Oh my gosh, girl.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
So he left your mama?
And then
so
the
mom,
with my mom
as
a flight attendant, she would have been working
my
like,
mom was
in a way.
never around.
Oh
like,
my gosh, you had nobody.
I had nobody. I had a live-in nanny.
You little privileged
my
girl.
My live-in nanny was this wonderful gay man. His name was Woody.
Oh, a Manny.
He was my Manny.
Oh,
and
my
he's
God.
like, truly, I loved him to death, but like, he could not fucking be bothered. Like, he was like, listen, bitch, your mom said no parties, so don't have a party.
Listen, bitch.
So I would just have a party in the basement where he couldn't hear us.
Was that an accent? You just were trying.
Did I have an accent?
You were like, listen, bitch.
Did I do that?
Yeah,
oh my God, I love
yeah.
I could slide into character like it is nothing. So
yeah,
good
like
for
you
me.
slide into DMs. Oh wait, she's married. She's married to a really hot man.
Follow up. Whose DMs am I sliding into? Other
I mean,
than,
they're
like,
sliding
national
into
brands?
yours. Yes, they're sliding into yours. You just did a collaboration with Willie Nelson.
Oh my God.
THC.
That was like the highlight of my life.
Mocktail.
Oh my
Highlight
gosh,
of
tell
my
us about it. That's fun.
So it's actually a really funny story in that, like 2 weeks before 420, I said to Anthony, I was like, I think now weed is becoming my new alcohol. So weed very much is addictive for me.
Do you smoke it or eat it?
So I was smoking, then I was like, oh, lung cancer, that's terrible. So then I started with the Canna cocktails.
They're so good.
I can't drink it or eat it. It makes me like forget to breathe. Like it.
Well, I need like a very low dose.
Okay,
like
maybe
my
I'm
friend
doing
makes
too much.
edibles,
Like
and
5.
she's like, "Here's 100 milligrams." I was like,
Oh,
"I would
no.
die."
What happens if you have too much? Like
I would die.
Like it actually makes you feel like you're dying.
That has only happened to me one time, and I laid on the couch and cried and was like, Anthony, my husband, I was
Yeah.
like, help me. I don't like this. And he was like, just ride it out, babe. You're going to be fine.
I almost called an ambulance the one time for me because I actually thought I was going to forget to breathe.
It's like, it's terrifying
It was
sometimes.
awful.
So I don't like a high dose. I'm like a very low dose, low vibe, like just chill.
Like my brother gave me something.
Wait, you did bring us a drink.
I did.
Oh, yes.
It's
Let's
not
talk
a
about-
can of cocktail. There's no cannabis
Okay,
in the
thank God.
cocktail.
What's the kava though that I brought?
So kava's cool. Kava's chill as
It's
fuck.
not
Kava
because you know
tastes
I'm like
dirt.
you. I'm 100% so.
I don't know if I want to
are
mess
you?
with
Yes,
the
I don't do because I actually did the same thing. My trainer told me to go on the weed and stop doing the booze. This
Yeah.
was in LA. He's like, you can afford the munchies because I was working out so intense with him.
Ugh.
But the problem was I was switching gears, and then it was like, where's the edibles? Where's the dispensary? And it's like, wait,
So it
I
did become a new
can't.
vice
It
for
was
you.
my new vice,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait, I didn't even really have that big of a problem with booze, but then weed became the new booze.
That's how I feel. And that was the conversation we had the other day that like I've listened to a lot of my sober friends say how hard it's been for them to not drink. And I cannot relate. I just stopped drinking. Like that was it. I had no desire. I just hit my limit and was like, I'm all set. We're good. Let's move on. I never, ever, not a single time since then in 5 years was I tempted. Like ever. And I bought a bar. At the beginning of my sobriety,
Wow.
I owned a bar.
Wow.
I
And
love
I'm
that
just like-
story. Wait, that way went skirt. Say that again.
But really, though, like
You
I'm-
bought a
I
bar
was
and you became
maybe-
sober.
How I want to say maybe 6 months into sobriety. I could be wrong. I'm bad at math. Math is not for me. I think 6 months into sobriety, and my husband and I bought our first restaurant, which was a dive bar, and turned it into a different restaurant with a bar. But I had all this alcohol, and at no point was I like, we should drink this. It's ours. It's free. I can do whatever I want. I don't give a shit. No, I was all set. I just had no interest. And so people would say, oh, I struggle so much. I can't have alcohol in the house. I have a whole bar in my house because God forbid I'm hosting people and they drink. I don't want them to feel like I'm pressuring them. Like I want something for everyone. I'm always pushing for bars to be inclusive of non-drinkers. Well, then
Yes.
how could I be in my home not inclusive of drinkers?
Dang, you were like totally in line with us because we're like accepting of both. Like I will drink
Mindful
alcohol, but
mama.
he doesn't, and there's no pressure for either of us to
Yeah.
like, I don't know, change or
Right. You're just living your life.
we're just
Yeah.
accepting.
And
like,
she can zebra.
yeah.
She can zebra,
Zebra striping. Oh my
she
God.
can zebra stripe. And
Your
you told
new
me this.
favorite thing.
You
I
taught
did
me
think
so
I will
many
take credit for
things.
that.
Where do you get these like little inside mocktail?
I think it's
non-alc-
just being a restaurateur.
Yes.
It's just always staying abreast of what's going on in the industry and how to enhance hospitality.
Yes, I know. I think that's
Tell us
important.
about the drink you brought.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm a little
So,
thirsty.
I know,
She's
sorry.
parched.
And our ice is melting. So
Oh,
it's
yes.
So you made this yourself
I
at
did.
Okay.
And as Ryan said, I'm Pittsburgh's Mocktail Queen. And that is a saying that I take very seriously.
Can you hold
hear-
it up
should
for
I-
the
yeah,
camera?
sorry. Which,
That
do
is-
I go this way?
yeah.
Do I go this way?
right
This
there.
way?
Look at
Right here.
Yeah.
It looks like bug juice,
It
but
looks
it
like
is
pee.
not. It is
I'm
a
kidding.
purely Pittsburgh mocktail.
Ooh.
This is a whiskey pickle lemonade.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a whiskey alternative.
Whiskey alternative. Yes,
Pickle
we're
lemonade.
using Monday, 0 alcohol.
I've never had anything like this, like flavor wise. So I'm
Monday.
excited.
It's a little fun. Let
Ooh.
me try to not spill this.
Oh, you can spill it all over there, baby girl.
Um,
We love when you spill it.
I had no shade, but I had a pickle lemonade at my very first, what is it, Picklesburg?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, a mocktail. I'm so excited.
Smells
Can't wait.
good. It smells
And
really
then,
good right now.
Yeah.
It was trash. It was trash.
No, no,
Sorry, pickle
no.
lemonade people. It was trash. I hope you like my fingies all up in your
Oh, we
drink.
love it. You cleaned
They
them.
are clean. They are clean. Following safe handling guidelines.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. I'm excited to try this.
Wait, I need it.
Ooh,
I
that
need
is
to get my little cheers
adorable.
pick.
That is adorbs.
It's just the drinks. You're not in it.
Oh, yeah. For
Okay,
sure.
now let's do a real cheers.
Oh,
That was a sad.
that is intense.
I know.
Cheers.
Nostrovia,
Cheers.
salute, cheers.
Okay. Oh my gosh, what the
shit.
fuck?
That is fucking good.
So this is the cocktail I wish I had at Picklesburg.
And it smells good, too.
I have this newfound love of pickles. I hated pickles my entire life, and now, like the past year, I'm just like, put a pickle on it. I love it.
I've never had anything with this flavoring. Like,
yeah, Good way, bad way?
It's really good.
Yay.
I didn't expect to like it.
No,
I know.
Could
it sounds
see,
really weird, like pickles and lemonade, but
so if you think about it like a whiskey lemonade and you just have a little bit of pickle
Do you have a whiskey alternative in here?
Yeah, so it's the Monday.
Monday's really good.
This is better than the one you had.
I had Ritual. And you know how Ritual is.
I love Ritual rum. I love Ritual tequila.
Tequila.
Those are my jam.
But not the gin or the whiskey.
No. You can't win them all.
No. And Monday did a great job with the whiskey alternative.
I love it.
Now, I could see somebody being like, you know how they're like, smell, like this tastes delicious, but it does smell like a pickle.
Absolutely.
And that would freak people out.
I love it. It smells like a dirty dive bar. Like, that's
I
exactly
love it.
what I want.
You know what? She said it. Dirty dive bar in a glass. Are we going to call it the dirty dive bar?
Oh, I would eat a hot dog with this.
Oh my God.
That's it. I'm posting it.
We worked at a dirty dive, but it was before your time. And it wasn't
dirty. What do you mean before my time? I'm like the same age as you.
It was before you moved to the Burgh.
Okay, so that is before my time.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I know. It was the Bloomfield Bridge Tavern.
You know what? I did go there one time.
What?
The first time I lived in Pittsburgh. Our friends loved it there. And I went once and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
We could have been there.
What'd you think? You probably don't remember.
I'm not really like a dive bar person.
Okay. But it was a dive, wouldn't you say? Okay.
I would say.
Because the owner was like, no, this isn't a dive. And I'm like,
well, then it's a dive. And I know a lot about dive bars. I once did, for my 29th birthday, I did a dive bar crawl through Pittsburgh.
Oh, no
And this was the first time I lived in Pittsburgh. We rented a party bus.
Ooh.
And we went to, I want to say, 6 different dive bars throughout the city. And everybody had to wear a T-shirt. It had to be a funny T-shirt, and it was a T-shirt contest. Mine said "Party with Vegas Sluts," and it was a good time. Anthony said, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20."
Oh,
so it was like just funny, in your face.
Hey,
bold.
I would have wanted to be around the $20 holla at Anthony.
Stop trying to convert my husband.
He's fucking hot, dude. He's really like, and he's just like a chill, like down to earth, like no frills.
Stoic
like he could be whatever. He could be like,
amazing.
Yeah, he could totally be like hanging with the gays.
Oh yeah,
right?
Major ally vibes. Well, so I'm bisexual, though I'm
Cheers.
in
We both are.
Cheers.
Okay, so wait, what's up with this Mocktail Queen and King
Absolutely.
and bisexuals?
The bisexual
oh my
Mocktail
God.
Queen and King of Pittsburgh.
I tried to get her to join the crew, but
we
she's
need a T-shirt.
strictly dickly.
Strictly dickly. I'm strictly dickly too. I'm
right.
married.
You're
I'm
married.
monogamous.
Me too.
But you know, it exists.
Or not married, but yeah.
Well, me too.
I'm monogamous, but not married. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, monogamy is kind of cute if you have a good.
So I came from this perspective my whole life. I was very popular in college. Very popular.
What's that mean?
You know, very popular. Very popular. I had a great time. I
do too. If it's a good one, I love.
And you just want to like.
Yeah. No, she doesn't like that. Even if it is a good one.
So maybe you are a little gay.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I never tried it. So like,
I never tried it.
Oh, she never tried the kitty.
Ugh.
Yeah, the kitty's good.
Well, I just went through this weird sexual awakening in college, as many of us do.
Right.
And
how old were you when you figured out you were bi?
Oh God. 25 officially.
Okay.
And I'm 37 now. So
nice.
I went through this weird phase in college where I 100% thought that I was gay, but I was raised Catholic. Right. There was so much Catholic guilt.
Yeah.
Like, could not masturbate because of how much Catholic guilt I had. Like, I genuinely I would wake up at night sweating, afraid of purgatory. Like, it was so real. And it took a lot of therapy to get through that.
Wow.
It was
Do you think it's different now, like, with people that are into, like, religion in that way?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I think when you're in it, you're in it.
Right.
Like, I'm still a very religious person, but not related to the church.
Yes.
And I think when there are some denominations, there are some communities that you can get really into it, and that's your whole life, that's your whole worldview. I know that's how I was. And I remember feeling like, I think I'm attracted to girls, but being like, no. You cannot like girls. You're disgusting. There's something wrong with you. I also went to a high school where, like, you could not be gay. Like, this is, you know, I graduated in 2006. So you're talking early 2000s, late 90s, you know, there's a lot culturally going on, and it was a scary time. And so you had those feelings, and you're just like, no. So college was the first time where I could really be like, oh, let's pull this thread. Let's see what this is all about. And there was a girl, shout out Heidi. She knows who she is. There was a girl.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
There was a girl who lived in my dorm who was openly, I can't remember if she was I think she was openly bi at that time.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly. College was a blur. Sorry if I'm misspeaking there.
Yeah.
It was for us too.
Oh, yeah.
I remember very little.
I know.
I recognize that, like, if I'm going to try this out, this is going to be the person who's going to help me figure it out. And that was that. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is a thing for me, 100%. And then I started questioning, you know, I am attracted to men, but am I only attracted to men because I've been told to be attracted to men? And I remember, like, very briefly calling my mom on the dorm phone, being like, Mom, I'm having this, like, issue. I don't know. Like, do I really like men? And I'll never forget it. She said, you do, and you won't bring it up again. And I was like,
Mama.
I was going to say, I'm surprised, like, you told her that.
I didn't know who to talk to.
Yeah.
Truly, I didn't know who to talk to.
Yeah.
I was so afraid. And that was it. I was like, okay, wow, this is very much a culturally ingrained issue, and I got to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And so a couple years later, I was like, okay, this is bisexuality. I didn't know bisexuality was a thing.
I thought it was bi was a lie. It was just like
that was the other thing.
Bi was a
yeah.
lie.
I will throw her under the bus. Heidi specifically said, she's like, I think you're gay. You just don't want to commit. And I was like, no, but I'm attracted to men too. And there was this movement at the time of, you know, LGBTQ community saying bi is a lie.
Oh yeah.
You can't have it both ways.
Right.
And I remember being like, why? This is who I am. Why?
Well, even people still to this day, they're like, you've only dated 3 guys in the last, like, relationships. And then previously it was women. So it was like, oh, well, you were just not, like, comfortable in your own skin. Now you're gay. And I was like, I identify with whatever you feel comfortable with. If I'm in a gay relationship, that's one thing. But I also am very attracted to women and had sex with women and loved it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And, you know, it's like, you are who you are.
Yeah.
And sometimes people try so hard to put you into this box and label you. And it's like, sometimes it just don't fit.
Right.
You know?
Like, even though you're married to a man and you're in a heterosexual relationship, you cannot be like, oh, well, you're straight. It's like, well, you're attracted to women, so would that make you straight?
Right.
And men.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And I think that there's a big misconception with bisexuality and being in a hetero-presenting relationship.
Yeah.
That people assume I cheat on my husband with women. I've not hooked up with a woman in, I'm 37, I don't know, probably 14 years, something like that.
Yeah.
I've been with my husband for 15. I had a little fun in college, a little after college. I was not super monogamous. But now, it's a different story. But that's how I came up with that. We were talking about college, and I was saying I had a lot of fun. I had a very good time. And I was of this mentality that monogamy is for idiots. And that any monogamous relationship is actually riddled with cheating. You just don't know it.
Uh-huh.
And as I got sober and as I did the work and as I did therapy and self-help and growth and wellness and all the fucking shit, I started peeling back like, well, where does that come from? What is that story from? And it's my parents. My parents got divorced. My parents cheated on each other. It's this narrative that I created as a child that, like, nobody's really happy. So why be monogamous? Go live your life. And I thought that that was my way of, like, protecting myself. And especially, like, you know, I would fuck around with these jockey football players and the basketball players, and they'd all be like, oh, what a slut, I'm using you. And I was like, bitch, I'm using you.
For that dick.
And it was power. But really, it was
like Samantha Jones.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just exactly. But yeah, it was like, you're not using me, I'm using you. Like, I enjoy sex just as much as you enjoy sex. What makes you think you have the power? Like, I'm the one with the vagine. I'm the one with the power. So get in line, bitch.
Power of the pussy.
And it's a great post because I got my husband out of it.
Oh,
so, you know.
Anthony.
He'll actually say it's not the puss that got him, it's the head. So So.
Ooh, I
Sorry
do
if that's
say that
TMI,
goes
but-
along. Oh no, we love TMI. We're all messy with a little bit of mocktail, you know. And honestly, to God, like I really do feel like I was always like, hey, you got to be open, because I was never satisfied and I was never sober. And like satisfied is like a fine line of like, okay, so we could all be like, you know, okay, this is good. This is okay. Sure. I love you.
And it's
Yeah, you're settling. Or, oh, wow, they have a nice fat bank account. Great.
That sounds good. I might settle for that. I don't know.
I mean, we've all thought about it. Let's be honest here. I mean, she always says, Ryan, you can't say that. That's like really making you out to look like a bad person. And it's like,
I don't think so.
People might think that. I'm just like protective over like him and like anyone, and I'm like, I don't want someone to think bad of you.
I know.
You know what I've learned though? People are gonna think whatever the fuck they want.
That's
to
true.
And it's not my problem.
Yeah,
exactly.
What you think of me is your problem.
Cheers
and
to
like,
That's
yeah,
none
I
of
don't
our
give a shit.
business.
I don't give a
It's
shit.
none of our business. Yep.
And also,
And you know what?
how sad that you're the one sitting there talking about me, because I'm not sitting there talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay, so we do have a few questions. We have a few questions, okay, that I do want to make sure we cover, because I feel like we could just talk about whatever all day. Okay, so do you remember your first mocktail that you had where you like took a sip and you're like, okay, this is hot, like I like this?
Oh, so not first mocktail ever, but first mocktail that we're like, this is something.
Yeah.
No, I don't, but I have drank so many fucking mocktails at this point.
you
that,
are
like,
the queen.
Dude. Like, if you told me, have you had a mocktail there? I'd be like, I don't know, man. Like, I have had so many. I like weird shit. Not weird in the sense that, like, it tastes like shit. I mean weird in that, like, you would never think to put those things together, but it works.
Yes.
And I think that's, you know, a lot of how we approach the restaurants that we open. It's like, everybody's so serious and everybody wants their Michelin star. And Anthony and I are more like, I just want to have a good time. So like, if it's weird, let's make it happen. And then it turns out to be good. So that's kind of how I approach mocktails. It's like, I want to be different. I want to be fun. But no mocktails really like stand out for me as like the best or the one.
Right.
I generally am just like, I like it. It's good.
You're so comfortable in your skin. What would your advice be to people who maybe aren't so comfortable in their skin and they like need that booze when they go to the bar and they want a mocktail? How do they tackle that?
I'm going to say it and I'm going to get so much hate for it. So I'm really sorry about that, you guys.
We love that about you.
Get the fuck over yourself. Get the fuck over yourself.
Okay.
You are a spiritual being created from fucking stardust, riding on a giant rock through space. And you think you're not good enough? That's the saddest fucking thing in the entire world. Like, you are special. You are magical.
I did too.
You are everything. You are absolutely everything. And that power exists for you to tap into if you want it. Most people don't want it. Most people are afraid.
They're afraid
of being seen. And I've been there, so I get it. But when you start to realize I'm pretty fucking cool and I don't care if people don't agree, that's when your life begins. And that was my journey with alcohol. I used alcohol as a crutch because I was like, look how much fun I'm having. I'm so cool and so popular. And I'm the one who has all the parties and the booze and this and that.
Right.
And then I got pregnant and I stopped drinking. I can't even
stop drinking.
I stopped drinking.
You're drinking.
I was drinking. I stopped drinking and had just as much fun. And literally had this epiphany that like, oh, fuck, it was never the booze that made me fun. It was me because I'm the fun.
You're a
and
fun
like,
bit.
I'm a cool motherfucker. Like, honestly.
I know.
And I don't care if people don't agree because I'm having a great time over here.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't agree, you tell me that you're having a better time than me.
I know.
Go
and you
ahead
know
and tell
what?
me,
A lot of those people in my life and family and friends and all that stuff that were like booze, 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 party, party, party. I was trying to hide from my sexuality and be like, yo, bro, what's up?
It's
like,
always something.
it was like, okay, wait. So I didn't even need it because I was just like really wanting to be myself. But then it was putting this facade on like I was the cool kid.
Yep.
You know, trying to be cool.
It's always something. And when people disagree and say like, no, I'm just having fun. Like, this isn't to cover anything up. No, it is though. And you just don't realize that it is.
Now,
like,
what about the people that are going to argue that say like, I don't have a problem. I like booze.
I would say
I have a wine line.
Yep. Take a good hard look at your life. Take an audit of your life. Are you where you want to be? genuinely, truly, in all aspects of your life, are you where you want to be? And what purpose does alcohol serve in your life that is beneficial? And if you say, well, to wind down, make a fucking tea, go in the sauna, go to the gym. Those things are genuinely beneficial. Alcohol is killing you. It's poisoning you.
Surgeon General warning,
Amen.
put a label on
Amen.
it.
And to the people who say, well, everything is going to kill us, so who cares? I care. I don't want to be 38 with colon cancer. You know,
right.
Like our generation is the first generation, millennials, that is not expected to outlive our parents.
That's horrifying.
Our median age of like death, or however you say that, our life expectancy, that's what it is, 75 years old. Right now at 37, I am middle-aged. Our parents were middle-aged at 45 and 50. That's like a disgusting thing to think about. And you want to sit here and actively put poison in your body because it helps you wind down. Grow up. Grow up.
I mean,
It's
I look
sad.
at my grandparents, 92
Yeah,
and 89.
my grandparents are still alive.
And they
They're
do
almost
like
100.
to drink. But I think that they don't have that binge problem.
It's not even just the alcohol. It's a compound effect. Okay.
Yes.
Parents like of our generation love to say like, well, I don't know how you survived without the organic food. And it's like, cause food was just food.
Yeah.
It wasn't called organic. It was
Right.
just food.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to pay extra to have your food without poison in it. And people are going to call you a snob for it. I'm trying to just survive. So let me cut down as much as I possibly can that is slowly killing me, slowly poisoning me, causing cancer, causing autoimmune issues. You know what I mean? And lessen the burden on my body. Alcohol is one of them. Now, if you are the healthiest person in the entire world, you live a super non-toxic lifestyle, you're committed to holistic remedies, and you're saunaing, you're working out, and your body is great, and you have a glass of wine twice a week, your prob's going to be fine. But let's be honest, that's 1% of the population that's like that.
Right.
The rest of us
Are
for the most
drinking a
part,
bottle.
Yeah. We're winding down at the end of the night with a bottle of wine because that's what we've been told is okay.
Hey, I'm loving these truth bombs.
I know, sorry. It's like that's just the way that I am, and I get so much hate, but like I'm such a bitch, but I'm the nicest bitch you'll ever
I
meet.
feel like you're telling the truth, so how could somebody hate on that?
Because people don't want to hear the truth.
I mean, do I want to hear you say that? No, because I do drink. But like I'm like, oh fuck, she's right.
See, but you have an emotional intelligence that a large percentage of the population is missing. In order to accept that something is true, you have to have a certain self-awareness. And most people are not self-aware, nor do they want to be self-aware. Because to confront that awareness
Can't be around those people.
is to say something is wrong, I have the power to change it, and I'm going to change it. Most people would rather be complacent and comfortable. And I say, your comfort zone will kill you. So
That's amen to that.
But I get a lot of hate. So much hate. My DMs are fucking full. Which
Really?
is insane.
I can't believe
I don't
that.
have a lot of followers at all. And I swear I get so much hate from people being like, meow, 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 meow. I don't agree with that. Then don't. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, go do your
But
thing.
then at the same time, my inbox is also flooded with people being like, I got sober because of you. And
That's
the amount of times I saw your post
amazing.
the other day,
Yes.
and I was like, it's the best feeling in the entire world.
It's so
knowing that you
magical.
contributed to somebody's well-being.
And we're not taking it from an ego standpoint. It's just
No.
what we want to help because we've been there. We wish that we had a person like us.
100%.
I
Oh my God,
really
I had
did.
no one.
I actually did have a guy, and I didn't want to be like him, but he was successful, and he was sober. So I was like, okay, so he's helping, even though I'm like resisting it. And then
Yeah.
eventually you just fall into this like cycle and you're like, Danny, thank you so much for helping me.
I think there's a lot of ways that people influence others without it being obvious. You just look at people's lives and you're like, damn, they have it figured out. I want to do that.
Right.
And then you just slowly emulate.
A lot of it's high performers and success. And, a lot of it just has to do, like you said, like the health and wellness. Like you get those dopamine highs from like working out or doing the sauna or cold plunging.
But you have to put the work in. That's the difference. You don't have to put the work in with alcohol or weed or sex sometimes.
You just buy it.
You just dissociate. And now we're floating and we're fine and everything's great. And deep down, you're just lying. You're not great.
Oh, no.
You have this disconnect between your subconscious and your conscious. And your body carries that trauma, whether you're addressing it or not. So now you have rheumatoid arthritis because you have these problems that you didn't address. Your body's holding that energy, and it's making you sick.
Yeah.
I can't wait to read your book. I'm
I
like,
know. I want to
shit.
like
Well,
scream the
the haters.
title.
The haters
I
won't
want to
like
scream the title
I
because
love
it's
the
such a good
title.
title, but we will
No,
to be
we're not gonna say
continued
it.
or to be
We'll come
determined.
back when
Yeah.
the book hits stands.
Oh, okay.
I think that you're touching a lot of people. Like, you're touching me right now. Can you give a little more information about your mocktail meetups?
Yeah.
That you host them, correct?
I do.
Okay.
So we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. Ryan was there in January. So Mocktail Meetup is a group that I created after seeing in Pittsburgh. It is totally Pittsburgh based. First time I've ever done a social group like this, but I really saw a void in the market for something like this. I went to a couple sober events here and didn't really connect with anybody. Kind of felt like it was very recovery based, and that's not my journey. So I just didn't have that common thread. And I yearned for, like, where are the people who just don't like to drink? Where are the people who maybe drink on weekends but not weekdays? Where are the people who are pregnant? Where are the people who are on a medication? Like, where's just the people who don't drink?
Yeah.
And so I say I'm a non-drinker with 5 years of sobriety, if you want to say that. But I feel like there was a huge void, and Mocktail Meetup was really just a way for people to come together, enjoy a night out, and not have the pressure of getting drunk. Because I think when you're meeting new people, there's so much pressure that, like, you know, oh, I'm going on a first date. Let me have a drink to take the edge off. Or I'm going out with this friend group for the first time. Let me, you know, loosen up.
Yep.
So what I decided to do was host a monthly social group where every month we go to a different bar or restaurant that I have already vetted. I have done the groundwork. I have tried every mocktail on their menu. I have met the owners or the managers who are very heavily involved in the bar program. And I have decided this is a great NA program. It deserves to be promoted. So let's bring people in. Let's bring awareness. Let's post about it multiple times. And let's give people an excuse to go out. Because I think also there are some people who don't drink. So they're like, well, I'm not going to go out. What's the point? What do you mean, what's the point? Go to the bar. It's a great time. And I want to respect the fact that there are people in recovery who cannot be in a bar setting.
Yeah.
So this would not be for that.
Right.
Unless you're very stable in your sobriety. You know, but for some of us, it's like we don't want the fun to end just because we're not drinking. Like I said, I wasn't drinking. I didn't say I wasn't fun, you know? So this group is just a really special, small, intimate group. We usually have like 15 people. And you just meet people who are like you, and it takes the pressure off it. It's really special. I've met some of my very best friends through it, some really cool people, and you know, it happens every month. So find me on Instagram at the Northeast Ginger. Find out where we're going next. This week, actually, I don't know when this airs, but on Thursday, May 22nd, we are at Burgatory on the North Shore, which I personally am super jazzed about. I love Burgatory.
I love it too.
I saw those milkshakes you posted.
There's the strawberry pretzel salad.
Bomb.
But their new mocktail menu is phenomenal, and it is a true mocktail menu. I call everything mocktails. I think it's the most widely recognized word. There are industry people who would shoot me out back because of that.
Yeah, what do they call it? So some of them are against that term.
Some people in the industry are very against the term mocktail because they don't like that it involves the word mock. They feel like there is a disrespect to their craft, which I totally understand. You know, I appreciate your opinion. But also, you know, there's like wars and poverty to be upset about. Let's maybe not be so upset about a word that really, truly doesn't actually mean mock. Right. We're not mocking you.
Right.
No.
It's more like faux, you know? We're trying to replace. And again, people will come for me for that, but I use the word mocktail. It's the most readily recognized. And when you're trying to reach out to people who are sober curious, I don't want to use all these zero proof, non-alcoholic cocktail, spirit-free. Right. People don't know what that means, man.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't know what it means.
Has been around for like forever.
But technically, from a hospitality standpoint, a mocktail is juice only. It is juice concoctions. So that. Like a Shirley Temple is a mocktail, which is
cherry
rude.
Juice.
So rude. When someone offers me a Shirley Temple as a mocktail, like, I'm just going to punch you in the face. Don't do it.
I know. I had like this girl that said, I want a dirty Shirley.
What?
She said that she
Boo.
wants a liquor
Yeah. Boo.
forward. Yeah.
No. Boo.
Maybe we should create a Dirty Shirley mock.
No.
Or
Don't put my name on that. Don't put my name on that. Absolutely not.
Well, we connected with you because we are mocktails or messy, and we
Amen.
respect the newfound zero proof, non-alc, all that. We want to be
So much
inclusive with that.
Yeah.
But we're not going to change our meaning and message and
No.
name,
I think people take it way too serious, and if
Yeah.
they're mad at me saying that, well, sorry, babe, go be mad.
Right.
It is
Yeah.
what it is.
I know.
We have bigger problems, bigger things to worry about.
Exactly.
And again, it's all about spreading the message, spreading the awareness, and allowing for that inclusive nature in hospitality. And if we're arguing over what to fucking call it, I mean, that's not really championing the cause. We're just fighting amongst ourselves, So get over it. I'm calling it a mocktail.
Is Pittsburgh a good city for mindful drinking?
Hell yeah. I just actually was on a podcast a couple weeks ago talking about the same thing, the comparison between Pittsburgh and Boston and the NA scene. And I have said, and I will maintain this stance, Pittsburgh is ahead and has been ahead.
Wow.
5 years
I didn't
ago.
expect that answer.
5
Is it
years
Hipsterville?
ago.
Is it because of Lawrenceville?
We do have a lot of mocktails in Lawrenceville.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I was just thinking,
I love
that's
Lawrenceville,
weird.
man.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's amazing.
No, I think a lot of it credit to Mel Babbitt's, the owner of the Open
Yes.
Road. Open Road is the nation's oldest non-alcoholic bottle shop. So,
Wow.
Mel really was ahead of the curve in a lot of ways,
Mhm.
especially here. We in Boston I want to say a year and a half ago, got our first non-alcoholic bottle shop. So you think Mel's been
Wow.
open 5+ years. We just got one.
Yeah.
So, 5 years ago when I got sober, I was living north of Boston. Nobody had a mocktail on their menu.
No.
Nobody. And that's how I got into non-alcoholic consulting. I had a lot of industry friends, a lot of restaurant friends, and I was like, what can you make? Put some mocktails on your menu. And they were like, we don't know how. Can you help? And I was like, yeah, babe, I'll help.
Of course.
And then that just one after another, and it was a really good time. And I don't really do that here because Mel does that here.
Yeah.
But, it's all for the cause. So, I wonder what would have happened had I not been championing for the cause back then in my area of Massachusetts. Like, how long would it have taken? And there's still some people who are really holding on to this idea that, nobody wants mocktails. Those don't sell. And the reality is lots of people want them, and it's a growing population.
They're going to pay.
Absolutely. That is one of the biggest things is if you put thoughtfulness into how you curate your NA program, people are going to pay just as much as they would for the spirited version.
I would pay a fortune for this. This flavor.
Well,
This
I'll give you
I
my Venmo,
know.
so you can
Oh, yeah, exactly. We can Venmo you, Katrina.
No.
Um,
All jokes.
Can
But
we
yeah.
can you leave us with, I know you have to run. You got 1 minute.
Oh, shit, my phone's on the floor.
Can you leave us with a messy truth or story?
We need more time. We need more time.
what can you leave us that we can carry with us throughout the week?
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you
Yeah.
my villain origin story.
Yes.
yes.
When you were hammered?
Well, no, but it involves alcohol.
Okay.
And it's messy.
Ah!
My villain origin story, I always worked in restaurants, and in college I worked at a place called Ruby Tuesday, which I don't know if y'all ever had
yeah.
a Ruby Tuesday.
Yep.
Did you? Oof, the
I
biscuits.
forget
The salad
where it
bar.
was.
Ruby Tuesday was the shit. So I worked at a Ruby Tuesday when I was in college, and when I was 21, I got fired from the Ruby Tuesday for taking an alcoholic beverage in a to-go cup. The bartender, by the way, did not get fired, which is fucked up.
Bullshit.
So, this was
Of
a witch hunt.
course.
They wanted me out, and they were like, finally, we have a reason. I mean, I was a little cunt, so, I don't blame them. As a restaurant owner, I would never have hired me, nor would I have kept me for that long. 21-year-old Katrina was a mess,
Yeah.
And so I got fired from the Ruby Tuesday for taking an alcoholic drink in a to-go cup. Bartender did not get fired. And I just want to say that it is so fucked up because then a couple years later, 10 years later, during COVID, guess what, Massachusetts? Hey, sure, yeah, you can take alcoholic beverages in a to-go cup.
Can you
Bitch,
now?
I invented that.
Oh my
Yeah.
Happy Ruby Tuesday.
She started that.
And you want to make money off of it? But I got fired? this bullshit.
Oh my god.
So that's my villain origin story in the sense that I was in college, so I thought I was a bad bitch. And I was like, well, this isn't my real job. I'm going to college. I'm getting a degree.
Yeah.
And all you stupid general managers, someday I'm going to laugh at you because you're still going to be the general manager of the Ruby Tuesday, and I'm going to be off in my real world job. And then I went on to become a restaurant owner.
This full circle.
Like, now I own the restaurant.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's the villain origin. I got fired, and now I own restaurants.
That's amazing.
I've learned a lot.
Good, yeah.
I've learned a lot.
Yes.
Don't take alcoholic beverages to go if it's against the law.
And would you hire a Katrina from that era?
Absolutely not.
She
Are
said
you joking?
no.
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 She was out at the club every freaking night of the week. You know, you've got Messy Monday, you've got Taco Tuesday, Wasted Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
She was
We did that
bumping
too.
and grinding in the hot body contest in the cage on the stage at the club. And then I had to get up and work a double at Ruby Tuesday. No. She was a mess. She threw up on herself. She threw up in the bathroom at the Ruby Tuesday. Like,
Oh my
she
God.
was a piece of shit. She called out all the time.
And
Fuck
look
her.
where you are now.
So cool.
It was a true pleasure having you on
Thank you so
Mocktails Are
much.
Messy.
This was so much fun.
You're a character,
Thank you.
and I love your character, so that was good.
Yes.
Thanks for watching Mocktails Are Messy. This is Katrina Tomacchio, a.k.a. Pittsburgh's Mocktail Queen, a.k.a. the Northeast Ginger.
Yes! Thank you, Katrixie. On
I
fire.
love that name, by the way.
Is that your nickname now?